Number 3, Jake
Welcome to
Sullivan.
Norwell, right, Rick? Here we are, buddy.
Number 5,
Norwell Community
Patrick
Athletic Complex.
Dionisio.
Beautiful facility here, Gino.
Number 9,
For today's
Anthony
MIAA Division III.
I want to keep it close.
Curtis.
The MIAA Division III semifinal, pitting the Nantucket Whalers against the Cohassett Skippers. Whalers will wear white today as they are the home team, seeded number 2 to Cohassett's number 3 seed.
Thomas.
Cohassett's been a long time opponent of ours in lacrosse,
Tucker.
and we've gotten the best of them a few times, and they have a real good record against us. So we'll see which way it turns out this year, Gino.
And number 28,
Fantastic,
Daniel Nolan. And now for the Nantucket Whalers.
Well,
The Wild Bunch.
we can see right up the bat, Gino. We have more fans here than does Cohassett.
We sure do.
Number 4,
Even though Cohassett's right around the corners, and our guys had to come by boat today, by boat and bus and car.
Downey. Number 8, Victor Gambaroni. Number 13, Spencer West.
This is a Nantucket team
Number
with 8 senior
15,
starters.
Cameron
And
Bartlett.
you know they want this game.
Number 27, Sam O'Keefe.
I don't know what's going on. It's Verizon.
Number 33,
Verizon.
Joel McVicker. Number 35, Camden Willett.
And we just heard that
And number
Sam O'Keefe will be
47,
starting at attack.
Austin
That's
Starr.
nice news for the Whalers. He was pretty badly banged
Now
up in
we
that
invite
last
all
game,
to stand
but
for our national
apparently he's doing
anthem.
just fine. Okay, Gino, the 3 officials are coming out to set the teams up in the lines, to shake hands and get it going here. I think keys for Nantucket today are going to be winning face-offs, getting sound goalkeeping, and avoiding those costly unforced turnovers. It's really going to be to their advantage to keep that ball in a 6-on-6 situation, unless they can get breakaways in transition. Cohassett is a team that moves the ball very efficiently through the middle of the field, and they've got skilled stick handlers at every position, and really as does Nantucket. This is one of the more stick-skilled teams Nantucket's ever fielded, particularly with their first unit. We'll have to see what the coaches do today regarding the second midfield, whether Cam Bartlett with his will play some with a short stick, and how much James Culkin and perhaps a couple of the other underclassmen get to play in the midfield today.
It's warm over here, too.
Yeah, I mean,
we are right in the sun.
Anytime you play on the mainland in June, it's going to be a lot warmer, obviously, than it's usually on Nantucket, and all the more so when you're playing on an artificial surface. And that may play a role today if it gets to be an up-and-down game. Another reason why Nantucket, typically in these June games against good competition, wants to play a half-field type of style whenever possible. And Nantucket is very adept at that. They move the ball well. They've played well in the 6-on-6 all year. And of course, other than their scrimmages against Duxbury and King Philip. This is the first time the Nantucket's really seen a really quality team, real quality team in a game setting. Austin Starr to take the face off for Nantucket. Austin Starr to take the face off for Nantucket. Number 20, Thomas Stockway. For Cohassett, Gambaroni and Bartlett on the wings. Cohassett up with a little long stick. Gets down to their attack. Carried behind, being covered now by McVicker. McVicker will let, and Hickman on defense. Number 5, Patrick. Number three, Jake Sullivan. Carries it up top now. Number 15, Colin McPetridge. Nice slide by Nantucket.
There you go.
Cohassett finished an outside shot there. Really unfortunate because Keegan Downey was all over that ball. It looked like he had it in his stick and it just deflected off the frame. That was good bowling by Cohassett, but I think so far, the first few seconds, it seems like Nantucket's matching them well physically anyway.
And that face-off was one that was just really overrun. I mean, they'll figure him out. He's got a technique that grabbed that pretty quickly.
Once again, face-offs are going to be so key today. Nantucket's been able to dominate them in regular season. Starr again. Gets a clear. Gambaroni overruns it.
Artificial turf.
Austin Starr with it, comes up with it. Nantucket's first possession. Get it behind Austin. Nantucket in their half-field offense. Rails might have to get the jitters out a little bit. Here comes the Speedies Jr. Senior Gambaroni cuts to the middle. Okay. Gambaroni, Spencer West for Nantucket's first goal. Tied at 1-1. Jack Fitzpatrick taking the draw for Cohassett. Austin Starr for Nantucket. The speedy Terrain Burton and Cam Barton with the senior on the wings. 1-1 tie with 10 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Austin's got the clamp again. Can he get it out? A nice check. Cohassett's up with it. Gets it behind at number 3, the junior Jake Sullivan. 3, 5, and 21 do a lot of damage for Cohassett at attack. Nantucket's first midfield group still out there. Joel McVicker, Nantucket man-to-man. McVicker upfield. Now they switch. Keegan Downey with a save on a hard shot by Tucker Foot in the Cohassett midi. Now Terrain Burton.
Look at him go, baby.
Burton with a hard take. Good save by the Cohassett freshman goalie. Their senior starter was injured with a broken jaw in the last round against Fairhaven. Now Hickman behind.
Watch that guy's move.
Number 5, Patrick Diasano, junior attackman, gets a step on the senior Robert Hickman. Pretty good defense by Hickman, but the kid made a nice move, put it right in the corner.
This is pretty much watch the Cohassett fan group.
Jack Fitzpatrick taking the draw for Cohassett. Cohassett has already used 3 different face-off men. Nantucket sticking with Austin Starr. That's a tough assignment for Austin, given that he plays so much offense and defensive midfield. Cohassett has a lot of guys listed as O&D middies on the roster. Starr on the ball. Gambroni with a hard check on Fitzpatrick. Thought they might throw a flag on that. Thankfully, they didn't. That was the play that would have been called a good play years ago. Lately, they've been calling those plays a lot tighter. Cohassett brings on number 5, Diasano. Talking to the people who scouted Cohassett. They have 3 active attackmen. They also like to alley dodge. They feed the crease.
There we go.
Nantucket called for interference. Ball back to Cohassett. 24, Tucker Fulton. Kyle McFetridge moves it along to the attack. Gambroni on defense on that right wing. Right top wing, I should say. Cohassett moving the ball patiently. Set up a dodge and move. Nantucket switches. Back up top.
Let's go, boys!
Good defense by Nantucket. McVicker turns him away. Nantucket on the man-to-man defense. Cam Ouellette. Switch. Nice save by Downey. Good, it's a flag down. Nantucket has a free play here. Nice alert play there. There's a flag down. Nantucket has a free play here. Terrain Burton going. Burton loses control. Gets a little push there. Wasn't called. It'll be Nantucket ball.
Here we go, defense! Let's go!
Nantucket will be up a man.
Alright, let's go.
I think they got Cohassett for a 1-minute foul. Didn't hear him. You can hear the Cohassett coaches calling out that Nantucket's going to run their wheel play, so obviously they've scouted us. That's a mishandle. You can't have that when you're extra. This is a quality of defense that Nantucket has not seen this year playing in their league. You can see a little case of the jitters here. Just got to calm down, move the ball well.
Move it around for a while until you feel comfortable.
Well, we got our man down play with what Cohassett is scouted. Nice look. Yeah, nice play. Gambroni looked through the defense there and found Harnischfeger. Real nice play. Todd shoveled it in, backhanded.
Okay, so we've got a great game here, 2-2 with 6:28 left in the first period.
It's so important, Gino, today. We're playing against the quality team, really honestly, for the first time this year, other than the 2 scrimmages. So to get through the first quarter without a big case of the jitters, not a lot of turnovers, and play them evenly, that's very important. That time, once again, we heard Cohassett's assistant coaches calling out that Nantucket was going to run a wheel play. And that's one thing about this playoffs, especially compared to the teams we play in our league, that these were very, very good coaches on both sides. Both teams are prepared. Cohassett obviously has us scouted. It's interesting, I noticed looking at the program, and I have to ask somebody, one of the Cohassett coaches, just to show you what a small world it is in lacrosse, is named Davey Emola, and I'm almost positive if it's Davey Emola that I'm thinking of, his father was a great baseball player and quarterback at Gilman School back in the 70s when I was in school down in Baltimore, and if this is the same Davey Emola, which it probably is, he was a great player for North Carolina. So, you know, it's a small world in lacrosse. One of the great things about this sport is when you get out of high school, if you're playing at the college level, it's a great sport to network with and make new friends with, as well as being an awful lot of fun to play.
And how about this this campus they've got here? What do you look at this place?
Well, folks, they have this beautiful artificial surface field that we're playing on today, and they're immediately behind us. There's another one almost identical that's lined for soccer. So. You know, it makes it kind of begs the question why we don't have a similar facility on Nantucket.
The track field is incredible.
Yeah, a beautiful track too. Now we do have the artificial surface out at Delta Field, but it's not really for the use of the high school teams. It's primarily used for club soccer and youth lacrosse.
I was afraid of that. I came on for a little bit and then.
Hi, Shelly. Well, I was
Yeah, if you would apologize, folks.
Well, Cohassett's called for a foul of the face-off. So it's Nantucket's ball. Score tied 2-2 with 6:12 left in the first quarter. Nantucket still got that first midi line out there. Terrain Burton clears through for Gambroni. Gambroni on the move. Bounce shot. Nice save by the keeper there. Once again, this is a backup freshman keeper. Their starter had a broken jaw in the Fairhaven game in a play I'm told was a little bit of a cheap hit. Cohassett, good stick handling, getting it up the field. Cohassett handles the ball behind. Dionisel again, moves it along. These Cohassett attackmen are fairly small frames, but they're quick. You know, by far the best attackman that Nantucket's seen this year. Nice running take by Cohassett. You know.
Okay, so that makes it 3-2 with 5:12 left in the first period.
Colin McFetcher's Cohassett midi with the goal. And as you said, Gino, 3-2 with 5:12 left. That was a really nice ball movement. Nantucket probably inadvertently gave Cohassett that opportunity by overplaying behind the goal and not recovering. So Cohassett had a numbers advantage in front of the cage for that last sequence, which resulted in a goal.
Are the boards in here? Oh, awesome. When is that happening? Right now. Oh, great. So I'm getting a twofer. That's awesome.
Cohassett up the face-off. And Nantucket's got to settle in here and communicate. They're playing primarily a man-to-man scheme. New midi on the field for Nantucket. Hudson Perry, the freshman, is out there. He's proven in the season no stage is too big for him, but this is a lot to ask of a freshman. This is the biggest game he's ever played in as a lacrosse player, or probably in any sport. Of course, his dad is Richard Perry, the former Nantucket football great.
Good save.
Jake Sullivan with the take for Cohassett.
Come on, Pat. Go, Pat.
Cohassett moves the ball extraordinarily well.
God, what a shot that was.
You know,
gotta give him credit.
Somehow,
There was little room.
Well, Nantucket's getting mixed up. The last two goals on their slide responsibilities. They slid from the far wing. Cohassett rotated it back, and nobody was there for a two slide. They have to clean that up. Ben Murphy on at long stick for the Whalers. You can see the coach is subbing in some fresh guys in the midfield in this quarter. On a warm day on the turf, you're not going to be able to run one midfield. It'll be something we talked about all year long. We have a couple of talented underclassmen, but this is a big stage for them today. Nice hustle, Nantucket. Austin Starr comes up with it. Nobody talked to him.
Yeah, you got to keep it loud.
Ben Murphy defending number 3 for Cohassett. I'm not sure if this is a matchup we like. 3 is an attack when Ben Murphy's a long stick midi. Nantucket might want to adjust their matchups here. Number 1, David Lemoyne for Cohassett. Dioniso handles it. Nantucket has really got to watch an overcommitting on the end line. It's cost him 2 goals already. Now, who's the one slide on the inside here? Switch, nice play. Austin has to recover and match up. Nantucket needs to be aware of staying upfield on these guys that time. Behind the back shot by Cohassett. Rebounded out, recovered. He's in the crease. He's in the crease. He's in the crease. No goal there.
Boy, you got eyes like an eagle? Should we call you eagle eyes, Ritz?
One of the few things I have. Here goes the Speedy Jr.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Very good.
Loose ball. Come on, Nantucket. Gambaroni after it for the Whalers. Timeout Cohassett to save a possession. You know, Nantucket's making them play, and I think for the fans from Cohassett, I think one thing is, if you're watching this, Nantucket has not played a team with anywhere near this level of talent this year in a game. I mean, not even close. In fact, frankly, Cohassett's JV would easily beat a number of the teams Nantucket faced in their league, and that's not a criticism. That's just a reality. In fact, obviously, Nantucket dominated the league by multiple goals in every single contest, and really was playing their JV players for much of those games. So it's not exactly a revelatory statement I just made. It's just the fact. You know, Nantucket, once again, it's a warm day. Got to play 6-on-6. The last 2 goals really were kind of self-inflicted in that Nantucket didn't have their slide packages buttoned up, and they were overplaying a couple times right on the end line. If you can't make the play on the end line, don't try to make it, because if you slip, the guy's going to beat you to the goal.
And then the face-offs, obviously.
Well, you know, the face-offs, I think Nantucket, they haven't given away too many breakaways on face-offs, which is kind of what you worry about against some of these really good teams. A lot of these teams have guys who really have been focusing on strictly being face-off men since they were in middle school. And it shows also the fact that Nantucket, like as they have in many years, really, you know, Austin Starr takes almost all the face-offs. Bartlett's going to take some. And then both of those guys are playing, they're on the field all the time. So, as opposed to, you know, with the Cohassett, 2 or 3 kids who maybe are only taking face-offs and only playing defense. Cohassett brings it on. Gambaroni on defense. Swim dodge. Nice D. Bartlett. James Culkin's out there for the first time today. The powerful sophomore. He's had a good season. But once again, you know, underclassmen in their first big playoff game, and I say that because this is the first playoff game this year where you're really seeing a real quality playoff level team. You know, this isn't Bourne, this isn't the Vineyard, this is a really good lacrosse team. These guys defeated Duxbury during the regular season. Duxbury has been the gold standard in public school lacrosse at Division I for the last nearly 20 years. They're a little off this year, but they still have a very good team. But Cohassett's schedule is, you know, filled with top 20 Massachusetts teams.
And the passing, I mean, look at it. Whoa, talk to each other.
There we go. Gambaroni comes up with it. So far today, Victor's playing really well. When Victor focuses and plays his best, he is a darn good lacrosse player. Brings it up, get a touch, you get in the 6-on-6. We don't need to be in a hurry here, guys. 1 minute 15 left. If we have to hold on to it for the rest of the quarter, that's okay. We
exactly.
Probably catch our breath a little bit. Spencer West beats his man. Nice take, Spencer.
Nice
take.
little try. Though.
Nice take. That's a part of his game, and Spencer has really improved.
They gave it to Cohassett.
I didn't really see that, but the ref was right there. I guess we stepped in the crease. The Cohassett moms are here, and they know the game pretty well, so I'll defer to them. Nice cross-field pass, but Cohassett moves it to the pivot midi, but he's triple teamed. Okay. 42 seconds in the first quarter. Nantucket's got to buckle down here. Ben Murphy, sag in now, Ben. You don't need to cover him out there. For you young defenders, when your man doesn't have the ball, in most strategy pieces, you're going to sag in and be part of a slide package. Face guarding your man is not what you want to do unless it's specifically a strategy that your coach has employed. Terrain Burton sent Cohassett setting up for one more shot. 21, Gray Thomas with a roll dodge. One more. Well defended by Nantucket. He had a shot, but they didn't give him a lot of angle as the quarter expires. Good job, Whalers. So, as the first quarter ends, you see that Nantucket has, as far as playoff games go, I need to ask the Cohassett moms a question. Is Davey Emola, did he play for North Carolina, do you know?
Was Davey Emola North Carolina?
You can ask it.
Guys? North Carolina? Is that right?
Coyle.
Yeah.
Coyle. Is your cousin?
He's talking the Premier League now. The Lacrosse. No, he just switched.
Your cousin.
Austin Starr taking another face for Nantucket. Once again, Cohassett using multiple guys on these face-offs.
Oh, that was a sweet little move.
Nice move by Bartlett. You know, he is really a very good long stick midi. He can certainly play at the next level. Now I'm going to jinx him. Oh. Well, that's the kind of play. You know, Sam O'Keefe needed to be more active that time to help him out. When you see a long stick teammate, especially bring the ball down, especially if they're doubled, you've got to help him out. O'Keefe is maybe a little slowed by injury, but he's hustling here. Big lanky defender for Cohassett.
Ooh. There we go.
Joel McVicker up with it.
Get it back, Lou. Nice play, boys.
Well, you know, nice hustle play by Joel. Better get on him. You know, Nantucket has let the Cohassett attack, but squeezed between themselves and the plane of the goal a couple times. You got to clean that up. Here's Joel McVicker, the junior, defending behind. Cohassett setting up an alley dodge. They're going to get it behind and look to feed that opposite side. That was the scouting report on him, and it does seem to be true. All still skilled stick handlers. Whalers have to talk more. Don't hear it going on right now. Who's got the ball? Who's the number one? Who's the number two backup? Good defense by Terrain. Behind Adenizo, being covered by McVicker. Up top now. Cohassett has multiple skilled middies and a lot of guys that apparently, from looking at the program, who just play defense or offense. Once again, Nantucket let the opponent receive the ball too close to the goal with a good angle. Really need to clean that up at halftime. Nice take. Yeah, I think Keegan might have been screened a little bit that time.
Way to move it, Lou.
A nice medium range shot. Great Thomas, junior midi.
And he makes it 5-2, Cohassett.
Nantucket really needs to answer here. You know, they had an opportunity there, actually two opportunities to possess the ball in offense, and both times they made a misplay in the transition game that gave the ball back to Cohassett. So really, once again, a little bit of a self-inflicted possession for Nantucket. Cohassett with another face-off. This one pretty clean. You can see the Nantucket Whaler middies showing a little bit of wear and tear right now. Ben Murphy out there at long stick again, the sophomore. He hasn't played that much this year, even in our league. So this is a big step up. But the big key on defense is to communicate and want it. James Calkins, the sophomore. Help him out. Spence, help him out.
Oh, gosh, not again, man. Right there.
That's just, once again, I think jitters and just not thinking on your feet, That's where, Spence needs to break to him.
There it is.
Come on.
Oh, they called it.
Got Nantucket for a push with possession. It was the right call. In fact, that was borderline. Push with no possession, but that was borderline. It could have been a flag. Another offensive possession for Cohassett. They've had the ball for about 4 straight minutes now, and it's good. As I say, the turnover. It'll be Whaler ball. Terrain Burton's going to pick it up. I think the coaches are smart to rest their first line at this juncture in the game. Try to get to halftime with a fresh first midfield group. Terrain brings it down. Sam McKeith moving along. Middies have to help him.
Yes.
People have to help. Nantucket is playing lazy right now. A little bit of fatigue setting in, but the attack should be fresh. Here's Spencer West. Tough little senior. Runs into a double. We got a flag.
There we go. That's it.
Spencer ran into a double, but the
a little too tough.
The Cohassett defender
too rough.
gave him a little cross check in the face. So it'll probably be 1 minute cross check, 1 minute. This is an important possession for Nantucket.
Absolutely.
They've got to
8 minutes left in the first half.
Let's take a deep breath and execute your offense. I think they've shown they can play with these kids. The problem is they're making mistakes. They're not doing of Cohassett. They're just throwing the ball away, not moving their feet at times. Almost got him for a foul there. Gambaroni. Cohassett knows they're running a wheel play and they're ready for it. Not necessarily. That wasn't necessarily the shot that Nantucket wanted on an extra man play. A low angle shot, with the goalie tracking you the whole way, is not a good shot on an extra man. Terrain gets it back. Help him out. Okay, Ty Harshberger, the senior, carries it. Ty doesn't carry the ball that much. He's more of a spot shooter. He's had a great season, though. Spencer turns the corner. One more step, and that was a goal. Gambaroni to bring it on. Gambaroni, a former attackman, lefty. He feels comfortable back there. 7 minutes and 5 seconds left now. We need a good possession. Teams are at even strength. As we expected, Cohassett's got a long stick. Burton.
That's a check! Yeah, Jack! Good ride, buddy! Nice see, Jack!
Spencer West. Good handle there, Spencer. Turns the corner. Keep moving your feet, Spence. Of course, they're playing on turf today. The Whalers aren't necessarily that accustomed to it. Nice take. Nice take. This is what Nantucket needs. Is a couple minute, 2 or 3 minute possession. Put some miles on these defenders' legs. Of course, once again, an unforced turnover for Nantucket, and we just can't afford that.
That's it, Rocket!
A double for Nantucket. Well, the Cohassett fans are upset, as that well they should be. That was really a pretty unusual call, but anyway, we'll take it. Bobby Hickman moving along. They sneak Willett in from the sideline. Now Nantucket, you've got to move your feet. Come on. You're subbing, guys. You're subbing.
Nice little move. Oh, that was there.
Come on, Nantucket. Number 28, Cole Evans is in for Nantucket. You know.
Too easy. That was too easy. That one.
Stay clear, Anthony!
That play started at the offensive end for Nantucket. You know, the Whalers, they're making some really nice physical plays, but they're not doing the little things right. Their defense seems to be a little out of sorts in terms of communication. They've overplayed these guys a number of times. And once again, what you really see, to be honest with you folks, is that this is Nantucket's capable of playing with these kids, but since they haven't seen this level of competition on a regular basis, you know, they're a step behind a lot of the time.
That's right.
You know, the attack
would take too long to catch up.
The attack,
if you're not careful.
Yeah, the attackmen are accustomed to being able to, you know, not move their feet. The defensemen are accustomed to being able to, you know. Nice play, Keegan.
What a save that
nice
was.
Play. Keegan Downing with a nice save. The seniors had a really good couple of years. And I was... Get the ball. Here we go. He's the fastest player on the field. Well, once again, you know, that's a play that would have gone against any other team Nantucket played this year. But you know, this isn't Sturgis East we're playing today, folks.
There we go.
Come on, get the ball, guys. You know,
that's pretty gutsy by the goalie.
Nantucket should have had that ball. You know, Cole Evans, a freshman attack that was on it, but I think he got a little bodied out of the way by the Cohassett defender. Nantucket is not talking on defense.
There you go.
Terrain with the ball in the open field. Oh boy. Terrain get... Cohassett calls a timeout. 3:54 to go. Nantucket down by 4. 6-4 in a game that was tied 2-all before Nantucket made a couple of misplays, just not communicating. A couple of times they lost their footing on the end line. And Nantucket has turned the ball over 3 or 4 times. They've had it cleared into the offensive zone, but they're not. The attackmen, frankly, are not moving well enough to help out the clearing defenders and middies.
Don't be discouraged by the score, folks, because this is lacrosse. It can change very quickly.
Nantucket just needs to get a couple of extended possessions and go back to what they do best, which is dodge to feed. They dodged to score a couple times and run into crowds. When they move the ball, that works against any team. Doesn't matter how good they are. If you move the ball, move your feet to get open, you will put points on the board. But Cohassett's picked up the ground balls between the restraining lines, which is such an important part of the game. And when you talk about statistics in lacrosse, Gino, you talk about face-offs, shooting percentage, save percentage, extra man efficiency. Really, all those statistics really relate to time of possession. And it all comes down to when you pick up the ground balls, extended time of possession, warm day, with a good team, it's a tough formula to overcome. And Nantucket has to just settle down, stop making the self-inflicted misplays, and if Cohassett's going to get a point on the board, make them earn it. The skipper's moving the ball counterclockwise. They'll look to set up an alley dodge, get the ball behind, and redodge to the backside. That's been their MO. Nantucket's not talking on defense. Who's covering him? Nice check finally.
Come on, guys. Come on. You gotta want it.
Nantucket's got to go after those ground balls.
Want it more.
They have to go after those ground balls a lot harder than they have been.
Exactly.
You know, I know it's just Nantucket doesn't have the depth Cohassett does, but they've got to win some of those ground balls. McVicker taking away his left. Must be the scouting report. Skip pass. Willett covering behind. You can see Cohassett. He's going to dodge lefty. Nantucket doesn't really seem to have a lot of matchup integrity here today. You see different players covering different guys. I don't know if that's by design or it's just the guys are getting tired of getting mixed up. McVicker, Willett, nice switch by Willett. Number up, who do you have? Hickman fading a slide. We don't want to get caught in no man's land there, Robert. Willett defending, now McVicker. Nantucket is in their zone, their America zone, with apparently Bartlett's the designated backer. I don't know if Cohassett's recognized it yet, but what this will be, Bartlett in the middle will be the man that backs up anytime there's a dodge, and they're in basically a 5 on a dice zone with the backer as the extra man. This is a defense they've used to great effect 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't seen it as much this year, but then again, they haven't had to use much strategy so far this year. Nice defense. Nice call, nice call by the Nantucket coaches. I don't think that Cohassett recognized that was a zone. They took an outside shot. And it was also a nice play to call coming out of a timeout.
Okay, get it.
Sam O'Keefe looks like he's not moving at full speed to me. He got kind of banged up in that last game, and he's definitely doesn't look like the same player so far. Sam's had a great year. But Nantucket, I think they're a little probably reluctant, and rightly so. Nice defense, Austin. Gets the ball on the ground. Now catch him. Well, you see that a lot in high school. If that guy shoots that ball overhand, he probably scores a goal. Nantucket kind of dodged a bullet there. He's open on the backside. He's in the crease. Okay, Nantucket awarded the ball with 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds in the first half. This is a key time for Nantucket.
Yes, they got to score here.
They don't need to be in a hurry, but what they want to avoid is a turnover, a mental misplay here. Gambaroni legs it out. Coach Aloisi uses his second timeout.
Nice time.
Nice job, Coach. It was smart to get the ball in the offensive zone before calling that timeout, because Cohassett's well coached. If they had attempted to clear it off a timeout, Cohassett might have had something, strategy piece waiting for him. But now Nantucket should be able to get a last shot if they just handle the ball and just play basic lacrosse. Move your feet and stay in your patterns and move your feet. Catch and throw.
So 3 minutes and 31 seconds left in the second period in the first half. Nantucket's down 6-2.
Your auntie gave it away.
Well, I was told by the Cohassett fans here that the assistant coach Davey Emla is in fact Davey Emla, whose father was a football player and baseball player in Baltimore when I was in high school. So it's again a small world. The Davey, the son here, is playing in the PLL Pro Lacrosse League. Yeah. Once again. It just goes to show in lacrosse, there's so many connections within the game. I guarantee you that if the coaches from both sides got together and talked, there'd be multiple connections in their past playing and coaching backgrounds. It's just the way the sport is.
I just have a bunch of lacrosse tournaments and yeah.
Boy, it'd be nice if Nantucket could pull this off in 30 seconds and score one before halftime.
Well, it's really not that big of a lead if you just catch and throw and, as you say, chip away at it. I mean, a 3-goal lead getting Lacrosse vanishes all the time. 4-goal lead vanishes all the time. Nantucket is going to. Cohassett is playing a very aggressive. Now Victor turns the corner on him. Nice take, almost went.
Almost went, but you know.
I think.
Hey, if you don't shoot it, you can't put it in.
I think they.
At this point,
They must like Victor's matchup. I don't know why they wouldn't give it to Terrain instead. They got a short stick on Terrain.
Terrain though.
Well, they have a short stick on him. Yeah. Nice job.
What a tough kid. What a tough guy.
Spencer West, the hard-nosed senior, turns the corner, and I'll tell you what, Spencer has really, I've said it before, but he is so much better around the goal second half of last year and this year than he was prior. He's had a great two seasons. Sometimes he's a little foul prone, but you get that with a tough kid. I mean, he is an aggressive player. I think some of the other Nantucket players could take a cue from that today, because we have not been going after the ground balls as hard as we need to. 7 seconds left. This is when you want to go in. Both the Nantucket's wing players are in the defensive posture.
Oh, that's it. That's the end of the first half, folks. Whalers trailing 6-3. We'll be back.